Hey everyone. So I noticed a lot of people were looked like they were interested in the Compiz Cube in my last video when we displayed it for the class. So I'm going to kind of go through a step-by-step process of how to get your system, Ubuntu 16.04, kind of fresh off the install, or however you have it now. It's just at its default settings, so that you can use the Compiz Cube. This is what I have now for a desktop switcher, which is convenient and does work fine, but I like to customize my Linux as much as possible to make it my own and how I want it to be. So I'm going to take you through what you're going to need to do. First thing we're going to have to do is open up a terminal. From the terminal, we're going to do sudo apt-get install Compiz config settings manager and Compiz plugins extra. So here is the command I want you to run. All right, go ahead and hit enter. It's going to ask you for a password. I already have it. It's going to ask you, do you want to install it? Just type Y for yes. Go through any simple installation process. And then once you have that done, you can close the terminal. I would suggest rebooting your machine. You don't have to, but I would just suggest doing it. It's good practice after installing new stuff. So now we're going to open up the config CCSM config setting manager. This is important. CCSM is an advanced tool. Use with caution. This tool allows you to deeply configure Compiz settings. Some options may be incompatible with each other unless used with care. So basically you can break your stuff. It's really easy to break your stuff, but if you follow this video, it's real simple. So we're going to go ahead and hit OK. So you should see a lot of the exact same settings off of the default. None of what we need are checked yet. Right now we have the desktop wall, which isn't enabled on here. It doesn't look like, but it should be. You'll have this one enabled. So we're going to go ahead and click Desktop Cube, and any conflicts that pop up, make sure you resolve the conflicts by clicking the far right box. So we did the desktop. We're going to enable Rotate Cube. We're going to go on down to, we're going to enable Cube Reflection and Deformation. We're going to enable 3D Windows. You might not have these. You can leave these as they are for now as default. I'll get into more of that later. Wobbly windows I have, which is what you see here, the wobbly windows. You may want to wait on that until you just get the cube up and running first. All right, so now that we've done that, you're going to need to go here to General, and under General Options, we're going to go again to Desktop Size. And yours is going to be different. You're going to want to make sure you change this to the 4:1 ratio. Okay, and then we're going to go back. All right, so we've got all that. Open CCSM back up, make sure I've got everything selected. All right, so on Desktop Cube, we're going to go here to Behavior, Appearance. Here you've got your Sky Dome image. You can change this to whatever you want. I like the default one. Okay, that's all good. We're going to go back. I'm going to go down to Reflection and Deformation. Make sure you go down here to Reflection Mode. Change, it's probably on Jumpy. Set it to Distance. Cube caps are going to be the images you have on the top of your cube. I've got this one here and this one here. By default, it's something else. Now to do this, you're gonna, let's say we want to do a new one. We have to find the image, pictures, not sure what it is, we'll just use this one, close. Now you'll see both of them up there. This will be the same when you switch from originally with default. Now you get rid of the one you want to get rid of, delete that one, and now we should have the new image up top. Okay, I don't like that one, but I'll go ahead and leave it for the, well, no, we'll go ahead and change it, run you back through it, new. From here I'm going to go to wallpapers, find a good wallpaper. Okay, now we should have a new one, and there it is. So that kind of gets you through the caps, reflection, we did that, deformation. Now with deformation, when we enabled 3D windows, you see that gap there in between, the windows pop out, you can change how much they pop out. This window here, I mean, you can really make use of your desktop spaces and your work time. It's a nifty tool. It makes it a lot more fun as well. So we did that. The deformation here, we can go to sphere, which we will get a desktop sphere. Now with this version, it's not quite a full sphere connected at corners like I've seen in other versions. That's fine. That's why I just go with you can do the cylinder. At least they're connected then, and you get a cylinder. It's still not quite a cylinder as it was in past versions, but it's okay. You click back to none, and you will actually get the cube. On deformation, you do none. That's how we get the cube. Now, to pull up your cube, you're going to hit Control, Alternate, and left mouse by default. Form to switch between desktops, and it's pretty handy. You can open a window, have something working here, and you don't have to monopolize this overlapping windows. Got my terminal, that open there. Over here I want maybe my terminal. So I've got my terminal. So there's your 3D windows on your cube working, all working together. My next video, I'm going to show you how to install Ruby and Lolcat so you can get these fancy colors and produce some pretty fun ASCII images and animations in the terminal. It's been a lot of fun, and it gets you used to using the terminal commands that you're going to be using every day. It's helped me, so I hope it'll help you, and I hope